Hello, my name is Naomi Richardson, and today on this episode of the Power of Girlhood's YouTube series, I will be interviewing Kendall Bunch. Is that if I said, I'm sorry if I didn't say that correctly,
No, you
and
did.
Carrington Conley today. We will be talking about how they are gradually influencing and making an impact in their communities. If you guys would like, please introduce yourselves.
All right, I'll start. I'm Kendall. I am a how in depth do you want this interview? I mean the introduction.
It can just be like what you're doing, if you're in college. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm Kendall. I am a TV journalist turned certified life coach. I just launched my life coaching company, the website in last Friday, I want to say. But I have been taking clients since December of 2021. Um, and I just recently finished my most recent contract at a TV station in Michigan back in June.
Okay, and I'm Carrington Conley. I am the owner of Absolutely Skincare. I am an esthetician, and so I started that journey this year. I graduated from Diamond Design Beauty School in March, and as of August, I just got a suite for my business.
That is great. I am so happy to be interviewing you guys. I'm so happy for this opportunity. So, we're going to get right into the questions. Most of the questions surround mental health and the idea of building your own power. So, we're going to get started right away. A lot of emotions surround the idea of building something for yourself during a time of change and growth. What are two pivotal moments you guys believe really kickstarted your business and motivated you to actually continue on with the next steps? Anyone can go. And you
I'll
guys
take.
can take a
I'll go.
second.
I'll go.
You guys can take a
I'll go
second.
first.
I apologize.
So I guess the first pivotal. Well, I decided to launch my life coaching business as a side hustle. I just wanted to do it to bring in some more money while I was um, a TV journalist. And I became really passionate about it as I knew I was already passionate about it, but once I started doing it, I really got excited about it and wanted to keep on going. And I always gave advice to my friends. And then I was always like looking at motivational videos and relationship videos. So I was just like, this is something that I feel like I can actually move forward with. But the most pivotal thing was while I was a TV journalist last year, actually, I think, yeah, it's literally a year ago. I was coming home one night. I was going out and I was celebrating my birthday, and I was up in Michigan. They don't have any Ubers or Lyfts out there where I was. So it was a very like isolated area. And I was driving home from the bar and I ended up getting a DUI. And the being in the news industry, most times you have to drive to your story. Now, my job wasn't affected by that. But as far as moving to another job, another station, they might frown upon that because they're like, well, we need you to drive to your story. I didn't really want to put myself in the position to be subjected to any employer that couldn't make a way for me because of that blemish on my driver's license. And I knew I was a hardworking individual. I moved up into full evening news anchor within a year at my old station. So I knew I was a hard worker and I knew I was a great employee. But if that was going to be overlooked because of that DUI, then I didn't want to be subjected to that. And I figured, well, this is a story that I can tell through my life coaching business. This is something that can help other people. And I realized that maybe this happened because my calling is to help other people. I had already started my life coaching business. And I was like, well, why can't I go full time with that? And I feel like the payoff will be much greater in the end. So I decided to um, go full time. And I could have stayed an extra year at my station, but I decided not to. I wanted to actually focus on my business and go full time with it and possibly find a remote job. I have a master's degree and I have my undergrad degree. And I was like, well, I can use my PR degree to find a remote job while I built my business. And I haven't looked back since. I haven't regretted that decision at all. Some people might think I'm crazy to leave, and jobs still reach out to me, but some people think I'm crazy to leave my job as a TV journalist to become an entrepreneur. But I know this is my calling, so that's what happened.
That's amazing. It's the intuition for me.
Yeah.
Right there, deep in your gut. If you need me to repeat the question, Carrington, then let me know. But if you are ready to answer the question, then go right ahead.
You can repeat it.
Okay. So both of you guys have a lot of emotions surround the idea of building something for yourself during a time of change and growth. What are two pivotal moments you believe really kickstarted your business and motivated you to actually continue on to the next steps?
Okay, so I've always loved skincare. I'm one of the weird people that like to watch the extraction and pimple popping and stuff. So I've always loved skincare, but I didn't really think about going into a career field around that until I was going to school. I was going to college, and I didn't know what I wanted to be, so I was just taking general classes, just to say I was going to school, And when I was having a conversation with my mom, she was asking me about my passions and what I actually want to do. And that's when I realized that I've always loved skincare. I've always loved helping people look and feel their best. So I just decided to leave college and actually pursue my passion with esthetician. So that was the pivotal moment in my life.
That's amazing. I'm very happy that both of you guys were able to look into yourselves and find the exact moment where you guys were like, okay, this is my destiny and this is my dream. I'm going to continue on with the next question. This one is kind of hefty, but I think we'll be okay. So, both of you guys have experience in entrepreneurship and you guys both own your own business or have you guys' own websites. I want to know the building process of creating something that is completely yours and the experience that you had while entering this new space or entering these new spaces as a Black girl.
Okay, I'll start this time. um, well, the journey for me was a little tough because I just thought, I didn't think it was going to be that hard to get into esthetician school. So when I first had that, aha moment of this is what I wanted to do, I started looking up all the schools around and applying for all these different schools. And I was being waitlisted for every last school, and these wait lists were 6 months and up. So I was going to be waiting a long time to actually get started with school. And one of my mentors sent me information about Diamond Design Beauty School, and I was able to start school within 2 weeks. And not only was I able to start school that fast, but I had got a grant, so I didn't have to pay anything to pursue what I wanted to do. So I was very, very grateful. But the process of it was very hard. I had a lot of facials I had to do to complete school, and I thought going into it that I would be able to have friends and family to call upon when I needed. I had to have models for different assignments and stuff, and it was hard finding people to help me with my journey. So that was the hardest part for me, was going through school without the help of the people I thought was going to help me. So but I persevered and I got through it, I finished all 150 of my facials. I did all the makeup I had to do, all the waxing, and I was able to graduate top of my class.
That's amazing. I feel like when you start a business or anything, when you just start something that is your own, you just feel alone. Is that something that you guys felt when starting your businesses or starting your website at all? Was just feeling alone and that you had to do this journey on your own?
I can speak to that. I have a really good support system around me. The thing is, I think the only way I would really feel alone is if I got in my own head, because um, even me transitioning, me knowing that I was going to transition out of my career, I just thought that no one was going to want to support me with that. Like, why would you leave your career to become an entrepreneur? Like, I didn't know if my family was going to be on board. I didn't know how my friends would take it. But to my surprise, a lot of them was just like, you should do it. There's no question. Like, go for it. Like, I don't even know what you're contemplating. So I didn't, excuse me, I did not feel alone in that. And when I did make the decision, but moving forward to trying to put everything together, that's the hard part. And that's where I do feel a little bit alone, because I don't have many people around me that have been on the entrepreneurial journey. Yes, I have a lot of support, but the entrepreneurial mentorship and things of that sort, I don't really have that. So I'm learning a lot of things on my own and trying to figure out my network and get a network to bring everything together. So that's probably like the loneliest part at this moment.
Yes, I feel that also. I started college this fall, so that is something that I'm currently going through right now. Bless my soul. So, when entering these new spaces, did you guys have what does it mean to be a young black woman in these specific fields? Because right now in this day and age, 2022, there's a lot of young black women who are doing hair, makeup, being estheticians, entrepreneurs. So, what does it mean for you guys to be a young black woman in this field today?
Okay, I'll start. To me, it's important because, excuse me, but not a lot of people take proper skincare serious, I think. So finding a way to branch myself out, I want to start making my own products that are geared towards black girls. Well, not black girls, but black people in general, so that we have the proper sunscreen and products that just made for our skin, and to help everyone, take proper care of themselves.
For me, being a black woman in this space as a life coach, as an entrepreneur, is very exciting for me. Of course, we have a lot of things pinned against us as black people in this country, in this world, but we hold a lot of power within ourselves. And for me as a life coach, I want all of us to tap into it. I want us to gain all the power, or tap into all of the power that we have, and shine, and never let anybody dim our lights in this world. So as a life coach, I'm happy to be a black woman, for one, to show like you can make it, even if people want to look at my career as a TV journalist and be inspired by that. Like, that's one of my things with my life coaching, is helping people find their purpose. So I want everyone to tap into what they're called to do in this world. And if they want to look at my TV journalist career and be inspired by that, then hey, let me help you get to that space. Or if they see me as a life coach and deciding to leave my career to, become an entrepreneur, yes, bet on yourself, take a chance on yourself. And I just want to shed that light to anyone that comes into my space, because I just feel like we're all capable of so much. So I'm happy to be here to inspire any other Black person that may see me and may want to go on that path as well. So I haven't had any challenges as of yet as a Black woman in this industry. But, as far as the positive side, I'm very excited to bring my knowledge to other people.
Yes, we definitely need more. Could honestly, would be considered a role model. Being a life coach, and especially one like we have millions of Black girls who, even me, like people my age, Black girls my age, I know that I'm always just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So, like, knowing that you're in a position where you can help people who look like you and people who are younger, that's absolutely amazing. And I applaud that.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question. What are 4 rules that you guys live by when it comes to work and your personal life that always helps you guys stay focused and determined?
I'll go. One rule is, I don't know if it's a rule or a motto, but I never want to see myself 5 years from now in the same place I was today. That's one of my motivations. If you want to do it, do it. So that goes for anything. That means, like, even if there's a vacation you want to take at the end of the year, don't talk yourself out of it. Do it. I mean, you have one life to live, and I feel like you should live it to the fullest. So if you want to do it, do it. 3, things may not be going well at that moment, but it doesn't stay like that forever. So my faith is very strong, and although like I might not be able to see why I'm going through something, or what it's going to transpire to, I know it's happening for a reason. So I always think whatever happens is going to happen for a reason. And for what would I say? Get help if you need it. Get help if you need it. Don't try and do everything on your own. Just how they say it takes a village to raise a kid, it takes a village to raise anybody, and whether you're an adult, whatever you want to do, like you need a team, you need a support system. So get help whenever you need it.
Yes, I really believe that community is a really big thing. So I love that. I love that. My one rule that I always go by is everything will be okay. That's my one rule, is that everything will be okay. The universe is always going to be working out whatever we need and whatever we want in the end. Okay.
Okay, well, my biggest thing that I say almost every day is greater is coming. And I say that because, kind of like what you were just saying, Kendall, like, in that moment, you're kind of like, why is this happening to me? Or why am I going through this, that, and the third? But I always just remind myself that greater is coming. So you're put through a lot to get your reward. And that's, so you got to be strong. That's 1. 2 is, it's kind of hard to think about, but another rule, I guess I always keep my family in the front of my mind, because my there's 5 of us, 5 siblings, and our mom and dad have been together. They just had their 27th anniversary yesterday, so our family is very close knit, and so I like to do like move with their approval, kind of like. So I always seek their advice and seek their help to better my life. CS 2, 3. Stick to what you say, because I'll throw stuff out there all the time, like I'll say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I never fall through with it. So I've been working on sticking to what I say. If I'm going to do this, or if I want to pursue this, I'm going to do it. And 4, I don't know.
They can also be like mottos, anything else like that comes to your mind, because right now I'm writing these down. I'm like, ooh, oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna put this in my journal. Yes.
I'm trying to think.
We can also always move on to the next question. I mean, I think 3 is good enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Networking is important, especially in the career that you guys are in. Could you guys describe in a way how networking to you involves community?
For me, just even the way I met Brahinda, I met her at the National Association of Black Journalists Conference. And that's a community of Black journalists that they bring together every year. We can relate on so many different levels. There's so many different, we're all like-minded, going after different things, but basically the same thing in life. So, I mean, like, just networking events like that bring groups together with similar mindsets, that's so important. But on the other end, for me, something that's really important to me is building that community to like bring events together, in the same aspect of bringing a whole bunch of like-minded people together so that we can collaborate and talk amongst each other and help each other, lift each other up, talk about the struggles that we might be going through as we're trying to reach our goals, and maybe in our, celebrate our accomplishments together. I mean, that's all important as you grow into whatever you want to grow into. I just said like earlier that my support system is very strong, and that meant a lot. That helped me believe in myself to actually go after my business. So, I mean, community is super important. It's very good to be a part of one, and if you can build one, that's even better. So
Okay, and I think community is important for networking, because not only are you getting help, but you're helping others. So I think it's important to have a community to where you can reach out to people and get help, but also be that helping hand for everyone else who might need it. And everyone's gifts are different. So being in a community where everyone is different, everyone can gain something from each other.
Yes, I'm sorry, my mic was off, but I also think community is a really big aspect in networking. The larger community you have, the more networks and the more connections you have, especially when it comes to family, friends, when you're in school, when you have a job. Perfect. So, mental health and wellness is something I want to touch base on. The careers you guys both have require a lot of trials. That's what I like to call them, trials and tribulations. What are some hobbies or activities you guys like to participate in that helps you remain intact emotionally, mentally, and physically?
For me, like I said earlier, do what you want. I take that and live by that. So I like hanging out with my friends and my family and going out to events and stuff. So like all summer, I took off. I didn't work. After I left my career, I left it in June, my last station. I left it in June and I moved back to New Jersey. And for the summer, I worked on my business because I was working on launching it, but I also didn't work because um, I took time for myself. I knew that I had a lot coming. Like I just left my job and then I knew I had a lot I had to work on and things of that sort. So I went out of town a lot. I like traveling. I like going to different places. So I was in Vegas, for the NABJ conference where I met Barhinda. I also went to Washington, D.C. I went to, sometimes I go up to like New York or New Jersey. I just travel to different places with friends or family and live my life, have fun. If I want to go to an event that's in town or somewhere around, then I'll go to that. Um, I like being outside. I like being outside, hanging out. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's what keeps me happy. And I'm very happy because I'm doing what I want to do. So.
Okay, and I actually know Miss Brenda from FSD Figure Skating Detroit. So I was a figure skater. So that's one of my hobbies. I love skating. Not only ice skating, also roller skating are two big hobbies of mine. So that, being out there skating, whether it's roller or ice, it always helps me clear my mind and, give me a brand new set of space again. That's one. And also my job, I guess, or my business actually is a part of keeping me sane. I love doing what I do. So, going to my um, to my location now, like it gives me a peace of mind. So that's actually what helps me with this.
That's amazing. I was wondering, do you guys ever journal? Do you guys like journaling? Because I love journaling. That is something that also keeps me sane. On to our last question, and then we'll be able to talk a little bit after that and recoup. We touched base again on mental health and wellness, and I wanted to talk about how you guys both overcome mistakes and personal hardships, and how do you guys forgive yourselves? That's a big one. That's a good one.
Okay, so I'll go first. So almost my whole life, I kind of lived with no regrets. Like, if I did something wrong, it was almost just like brush it off. Like you'll live. They can only be mad at you for so long. That was my mindset all the time. And I feel like right now I'm still like that to a certain extent. But the biggest hurdle of my life, I had I had a baby when I was 17. So it was like that was the biggest moment of my life where it was like I didn't know how to go through with life after that. It was like that's a big part. And just graduating high school straight to becoming a mom, it was hard. But I had to realize that not only did I have to overcome that for myself, but also for my daughter. You know, it was like I couldn't live with that guilt for so long. Like, you have to be able to just realize that things happen in your life, and you just have to, you know, as I say, roll with the punches. Like, it's okay to fall. It's okay to, you know, mess up. It's about how you get back up and how you pursue your life afterwards. You can't just stay down. You have to pick yourself up, and you have to keep moving at all times.
Yes, that is such a big thing. Because if you can't stay on that ground forever. You gotta keep rolling. You gotta keep going and moving forward.
For me, and I think the question was, how do you overcome your obstacles, right? Okay. For me, like I said, my faith is very strong. So if something's happening, if something like when I can use like when I got the DUI for an example, I was like, how can this happen right now? I was in my second year. We have 2-year contracts in the news industry, usually 2 or 3. Mine was a 2-year contract. So I was in my second year, so it was time to start applying to jobs. And I was like, okay, I'm getting ready to leave, and I'm starting applying, and then this happens. And so I was like, why would this happen now when I have like so much going on? And my lash, I'm sorry, my lash is like getting in the way. But I have so much going on. I'm starting to apply to jobs, and this is about to get in the way. What am I going to do? Why would this happen to me now? But I had faith, and I knew that everything happens for a reason. And all I wanted to do was discover why that was happening and know that it was going to make me a better person. I didn't know in what way or how it was going to shape and mold me, but I knew it was for the good of me. So, I try not to look at it as anything that happens to me, I try not to, or obstacles that come in my way, I try to just look at it like, okay, what is this teaching me? And then I take it from there to build myself up, to make me a better person, to use it in a way to elevate me. So I used to, before I learned to do that, I used to probably like look at things like, what was me? Why me? But I never say why me. I say if something happens to me, it's because like it's happening to me for a reason, and it's for the better. So at the end of the day, so I definitely have strong faith and know that if there is an obstacle, then I'll get through it for sure.
So your guys' answers were amazing. We are going to be ending soon. I just wanted to say thank you guys for taking this time and allowing us to talk about mental health and wellness and the building process of entrepreneurship. That's a really big thing. If you guys would like to say your Instagram handles, so everyone can follow you. Get them face masks, get them esthetician appointments, get them relationship questions going, because we know we're going to need some. So if you guys would like to do that, go ahead.
Okay, so my Instagram handles, I have 2. So I have my life coaching page, which is KENNECT.LLC. And then my personal page is _ simply Kenny, SIMPLYKENNI. And then my website is KENNECT LLC, I got to spell connect, sorry, KENNECT LLC.com. And that's the same way that it's spelled on my Instagram.
Okay, and my business Instagram is absolutely skin, and my personal is CC _Conley, CECE _CONLEY. And I am located in Ferndale, Michigan at the Trap Spa. So if anyone, wants to make any appointments, you can, follow my business page. The link is in my bio for my link tree. So for all the booking and everything else is there.
Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much. Be safe. I cannot wait to see you guys giving relationship advice to celebrities and doing celebrities face masks and giving them appointments. I am so excited for you guys' journey. Thank you so, so much. Be safe, okay?
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Meeting you, ladies.